All right, I'm Mike Hossie from NIU Athletics Communications, joined by head volleyball coach Ray Gooden as we recap the series that has been against the Toledo Rockets here at Victory Court. Coach, 4 matches into the season, you guys finally put a tally in the win column Thursday night against Toledo, 5-set match, had a little bit of everything in it. So what does that mean for you as a coach? I'm sure the players had to kick off a little bit of rust getting into match action last weekend. What's it like for you and your coaching staff going through, different scenarios, getting through different rotations, that kind of stuff early on for you?
Well, I mean, I think it's good for all of us. I mean, kind of going to that match, it was unique to think that your third match of the year is kind of a must win. But I think, especially in our league right now, the way things are going and playing conference only, every match is so important. And so for us to defend home on Thursday night was really a big deal. It's great to see so many folks contribute, do some positive things for our group, play some scrappy volleyball against a good team in Toledo, be able to pull off that win.
You talked about getting a lot of contributions from people. You look at the box score, the first thing that sticks out is Kay Jablonski's 20 kills. But again, you did have Angie Gromos, who had 8 kills, but also had 3 blocks. Bina Skuric comes in the last 3 sets, has 5 kills, 3 of them coming in the deciding set. It sure looks like on paper you've got the pieces in place to do some good things this season. It's just a matter of them all coming together like they did Thursday night.
Correct. When we don't have to play perfect, because I think we played far from perfect on Thursday night, but I thought we did play together. And I thought, by doing that, kind of playing play for play and not necessarily worrying about the play before, but getting ready for the current play and the play ahead, helped us, especially late in that match when we had a lot of people doing different things for our team in different scenarios, situations that they haven't been in before.
And then, the first set, I thought it was important for you guys to come out with a good start. You hit over 400 and you take it 25-19. Granted, Toledo does come back in the second set to win at 25-18, but just getting off to a good start because the Friday match at Bowling Green, you guys got down 2 sets, rallied back to force a fifth. How important is it in these matches to just kind of grab the momentum right from the start and take that first set?
Well, I think as soon as, when we're just playing, I think we do okay. I think when we start to get concerned about things, the score or the situation, I think that's when we're not playing our best. And, like you said, we were down 2-0 against BG at BG, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like if we can just, put it together, we could do some good things. And we were able to do it, and we went through even the 4th set. We handled it pretty well there. And in the 5th set, back and forth, and unfortunately just missed, one bad play at the end. That was about it. Same scenario here against Toledo, where when we're just playing and kind of doing our thing, so a lot of positive things can happen. We get nervous or get concerned about the score or situation. I think we're kind of lose a little bit of our focus, and that's what we have to work on with our group as the year goes on.
And then today's match, a 3-set loss to Toledo. They just felt like they had everything put in place today. They were really balanced on offense. They made a couple runs in the first set to take the lead. It felt like in the second set, you grabbed the momentum early. You're up 12-5. You forced an early timeout from Toledo, and then they just kind of forced their way back into the set. Do you feel like that's an opportunity lost where if maybe you could take that set, get it to 1-1, things may change in your favor?
Yeah, and that, it's spot on where, we're there and we're doing some really good things. And then I think we start to, unfortunately, worry about things like the score. And before you know it, they made a run and they came back. And I think it tied at 17. And really at that time, we're still even. It was no different than any other time we've been in. We've just got to be able to handle that. And that's I think, one of the big things for our team is being able to just kind of have a short-term memory and be ready for the next play.
One other thing that I noticed from these 2 matches, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this. I thought the serving from both sides was really aggressive. I think that may have affected both teams in their passing. Did you see it the same way?
Yeah, and I thought, at times we did a nice job with our serve. And I think then with our serve, hopefully will help us have a better, our good serving leads to good blocking. And that's the thing we're going to work on, being able to touch the ball a little bit better, with our block and also with our defense around it. I thought that Taylor did a good job of putting us under pressure from time to time. And it's also, true of, the duration playing back to back. All of our teams are still trying to get themselves, to a level of volleyball right now after being, away for so long. But I thought both teams did a good job from the serving line.
You talked about the back-to-backs. This is now the second weekend of MAC play. You've now been on the road. You've been at home. Is it now more so than ever more important to take your matches at home just because of potentially less hoops to jump through as there would be going on the road?
I think anytime we get a win right now is a thing. When we go on the road, we try to steal as many wins as we possibly can. I think it's really when the opportunity presents itself, you've got to do your best. No matter if we're trying to defend victory court or try to get them on the road. So, we're now moving to another road weekend. We were good to get the first one here on Thursday. Unfortunately, didn't get it tonight. It's a lesson learned. We're going to have to now go back and continue to work really hard, even harder on the road when we play against those teams. But that's no different than a normal year for us, especially in division where, people know each other really well. We're going to have to continue to work our hardest for as long as we possibly can to find results.
4 matches in. I mean, what's it like now to just now be able to say you're in a routine now, rather than, the fall and even back into the summer and the spring where everything was up in the air? Now you have a routine of where you have to do each and every week. What's that like now? Is it exhilarating? Is it refreshing? What's that like?
Well, it's still a work in progress because, the first weekend we played Friday, Saturday, and now we're going to go through, I think, 5 or 6 weeks of Thursday, Friday. I mean, to kind of wake up today and thinking, okay, it's still a business day when normally it's our Saturday when we play. So that was unique, but again, to get to play volleyball, no matter what, is awesome. For our group to get out there and continue to show things we've been trying to work on for the past few months is really good, really special. We are so thankful for our training staff, Emily Belcher and the medical staff, all the admins, and everybody's been able to help us continue to put us in this spot to get the chance to play. And, the facilities guys, all those guys. And I think now we'll have a little bit more routine, understanding it. It'll be our first Saturday off. We'll start practicing on Sunday to get ready to head to Mount Pleasant, I think, next week for our matches there. And then I think once we go through that following weekend, then I can feel like we can be in a routine then, because we'll have the same kind of schedule for the next 4 or 5 weeks.
And you are going to play Central Michigan next weekend. They're a team that's been a little bit on the come lately. They've been steadily improving. What do you expect to see from the Chippewas next weekend?
They are going to be physical. They are going to be a physical team. That's how Coach Galt's been working with this group. They can do it at the net, both with their attack and with their block. They're all gonna, they're gonna come with aggressive serves from the serving line. So we're gonna have to really do a good job of helping each other out. We're gonna have to cover our hitters. We're gonna have to communicate on our serve receive. We're gonna have to be really good on first contact. And we're gonna do really well in Mount Pleasant, playing for a long period of time.
And then lastly, you talked about how Central is going to be physical at the net. Do you think that's the one thing your team's been consistently good at through 4 matches?
Well, I think the thing we have to do is understand that we might not be, the size of some of those teams, but we can do it with some smarts. I think we can use some volleyball IQ and move it around the block, make people do some things. And again, credit to Toledo, did a really nice job playing defense at times against us. I think when we're fast, when we have tempo, and control the ball, I think we can do some pretty positive things. And we showed that at times tonight and also last night and throughout the season. The biggest challenge for us now is to do it for a long period of time. We have flashes. We want to shine our light as long as we possibly can.
Thanks, Coach Gooden. Good luck next weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.